Hey YouTube, Kelly Boy back with another taskbar hero video. Today we're going to talk about the most efficient way to level up your cube. But before we do that, I'm just going to give you an overview of the cube. So first we're going to talk about synthesis here. Synthesis has different levels. Right now mine's level 20 through 40. So what that means is if I was to put in 9 gray items, I will get a new piece of gear plus a new rarity. So gray goes into green, green goes into blue, blue goes into legendary, legendary goes to etc, etc, etc. But I want to show you an example of this real quick. So here I'm gonna put in 9 immortal pieces in here. So if I was to put in 9 immortal pieces, level 20 to 40 gear pieces, I will get a 49.9% chance of getting an immortal back, but with a within level 20 to 40 range. I have a same percent chance of getting an Arcana and a 0.2% chance of getting a Beyond. But that's how you get better gear. Next, we'll talk about Alchemy. So if I was to put in those same exact pieces, right, and I was to sell that, I would get basically 1.6 million gold. I would say only use Alchemy if you really need gold. If you don't need gold and you need gear, just go ahead and synthesize them. So now let's talk about crafting. Since I'm level 34 on my cube, I'm gonna want to craft level 30 to 40 gear. That just makes the most sense. Obviously, if you're lower level, you want to do that. If you're higher level, you want to do that. But here we go. I'll just show you an example of what the materials need. So you will need this gray one for this weapon here. For the armor pieces, for like the armor, boots, gloves, and helmet, you're gonna want these green pieces, this green crafted materials. They'll look like something like these. Now if you're gonna want to have an offhand, you're gonna have to use one of each of the green and the gray, I guess. Next, we'll talk about the accessories. You'll need 3 of these, so a Stardust Ingot, a Jade Stone, and Ember Gem. I don't really care about these right now, so I'll just show you an example. Those 3, obviously, I'm gonna get a random accessory from level 30 to 40. And they gave me this Tiger Eye earring, 15% increase to my movement. Next, let's talk about decoration. So put this in here, autofill it with a decoration piece. Now, this decoration piece is going to be in one of these 2 slots. So if I was to put this in there, this helmet will have fire damage plus 20 to 30%. Now, if I was to do engraving, same thing. Put this in here. Then I'll get the T4 or one of these stats here. So only legendary and up have decoration engraving slots. You're gonna want to put in the most effective decoration or engraving slot into that piece that you're gonna put on that specific character. Now let's talk about Inscription. So Inscription grants a special stats to the equipment. So you'll need 2 different materials. For it. So you'll place a piece of gear that has a free slot of this kind plus 1 matching material. The cube grants a random stat, decoration, engraving, and inscription. Each have their own slots and material pools. So the slots per grade, only gear of these grades have slots of this type. So only Arcana, Beyond, Celestial, Divine, and Cosmic. Those are only gear pieces that will use inscription. Now let's talk about removal. I don't think I have any gear that has any of those. Here we go. Gotta equip it. Now I could pick one of these that I want to be removed. If you do remove the gear piece, remove one of the decoration or engraving slots, you will lose that material forever. You will not get that material back. It's just removing it permanently. Now let's talk about offering. So you get one of these offering pieces from completing the act boss. Killing the act boss, you have a chance to drop it. So here, let's go here. I will leave this website again in the description. So what the offering pieces do is drop gear. So for that one I have is the Skein of First Anniversary coin. It's gonna cost me 10 gold, etc., etc. You can see that here, the chart. So it's a 2.4% chance to drop a common. As you guys can see, the chances of each coin goes up significantly. So this coin will give me a 35% chance of getting a legendary, 21% chance of immortal. I don't care too much about those because these gear pieces don't really do nothing for me. So that's that. So now let's get to the bread and butter here. Let's talk about leveling the cube. So you have two different options to level up your cube. You have the synthesis and the alchemy. It doesn't really matter which one you pick out of the two, because you're going to get the same amount of XP. It's just, if you need gold, use gold. Use the alchemy. If you don't care about the gold, use synthesis. So now when you plug in these gear pieces, right, you're going to want to put in the gear pieces that's around your level. So right now I am level 34. So I'm going to want to put in items that are level 30 and 15 levels above. So in this situation, I would want to put nothing higher than a level 50 gear piece, because if you go higher than that, you're not getting the max amount of XP. So for an example, if I was to put in this glove here, put this in, it's level 30, it's a green piece. So each rarity gives you a little bit more XP. So common is the least. Obviously, you go to uncommon, rare, legendary, etc., etc. So for an example, this is a level 30 piece. Boom, it barely went up, right? So because level 30 is a little below. Now with synthesis though, you're gonna have to put in 9 pieces for it to level up here, okay? And it has to be the same rarity. Unfortunately, you can't put a green with a blue. It has to be the same rarity. So obviously, the higher rarity, the more XP you'll get out of it. Like I said, it just depends. And you want to make sure it's in the same level range. So if you're level 30, so for an example, let's say I was level 30. 15 levels above that would be 45. I want to put in for a level 46 gear piece because I'm not going to get that much XP. All right? Well, I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please leave a like. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And if you're new here, please subscribe if this helped you. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for my next video. And please click that notification bell for my next video. Thanks, guys. Take care. I'm out.